Hello and welcome back to FrogClan. We are picking up right where we left off. So we have had an insane run of luck this last couple of moons. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that we can keep that going, that our kits are gonna grow up and become medicine cats, and I don't know, I hope that we see some more couples and kits coming along too. That would be very nice right now. But we'll see how things go, and we'll start off with a time skip as usual. Seagulpaw holds their head high as Snipstar announces it's time for them to be given their warrior name. They are named Seagull Whisker in honor of their energy, and the clan explodes into loud cheers. I may change Seagull's suffix just because that makes it a little long, but we'll see if there's anything else good. Brighttorrent fought a big dog and was badly injured. That likely means broken bone. We'll check her out in a second though. Skysock has gotten heat stroke. Whimsy Shade has gotten fleas. Maple Dawn has been ordered by Songjay to sit still and let their joints recover. It's the only way the pain in their front half will ease up. Poor thing. Sakefern is glad that the stomachache they had is finally gone. Furry Shine's nose has stopped running. Mousekit's stomachache is also gone. We notice all of our elderlies have gone bad and will need to be replaced. And Gardenia's Sun and Lagoon Feather broke up. Last time this happened, there wasn't like a quote-unquote good enough reason, so I may pair them again, which is gonna consequently keep building up their mate relationships, so that may actually turn out for us. Now, if there's a good reason they broke up, of course, I'm not gonna make them stay together. But I don't see any reason that they shouldn't be together, so I'm gonna keep pushing it. Again, they're only straight line compatible, so they're neutral, not extremely compatible, not amazingly incompatible, I guess, so it's gonna be a bit harder, but we're gonna try. Snipstar saw some wandering two legs today. As crazy as it is, we're gonna see Snipstar as an elder this episode probably. Brighttorrent is imagining the respect they command as a leader of the clan. Brighttorrent, you already command respect. Yep, broken bone, so she's gonna be down a while. That's okay though, especially if it results in another scar for the poor cat. Okay, I just thought of something here for Songjay, because his marking, like whatever this is that makes this look like this, it keeps throwing me off so much thinking that he has two tails. Well, multi-tail is a possible trait. So let me know in the comments of this video if I should make Songjay's one trait multi-tail because it's just so fitting instead of folded ears. And then we'll, revisit any other traits he gets if he gets a scar later on down the line. It just throws me off so much. It would work so well, so I want to throw it out there and see what you guys think, but I don't want it to take away from the randomness of drawing the traits, because some traits are more advantageous than others. I guess that's all I'll say there. So, just let me know. Maple Dawn does have joint pain, but doesn't prevent her from mediating, and she's feeling a little silly today. Furby Shine is cheering the loudest of any cat at Seagull's naming ceremony. Tiny Slash is telling the warriors to get ready for battle. See, I don't really like this because Tiny Slash always commandeers any patrol that he's on, and because he's so aggressive, it turns out kind of negatively. Now, it's great if we're fighting rogues, but if we're just escorting the apprentice back or something, I don't want to go to war over that. But I don't know if he's gonna care about what I want. I don't know why, but I think these two would be really good together. I don't think they even have each other on one another's radar yet, nope. But they've got some really nice traits, and our last two loners that came in seemed to really bonded over that, being Snakefern and Stinky Laurel. So I think I'm just gonna try it. These past couple moons have just been throwing relationships at the wall and hoping something sticks well enough. But with a challenge where half of it is inheritance, I think we kind of have to do that after a point. And that was really the only time to do it. Lagoon Feather and Gardenia's Sun are now into the green on Romantic Like. I'm gonna try and keep them there. But but I also want these two to have a fighting chance, so I'm going to mediate them first. So Seagull Whisker ultimately grew to be charismatic, a good mediator with a keen eye. Seagull Whisker was mentored by Hair Shadow, who influenced him to be more likely to have trouble adapting and refrain from socializing. But Hair Shadow helped them become better at noticing small details. Okay, we'll go ahead and give Seagull a different suffix now. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything I'm in love with, but Seagull, for a cat that's kind of a brown smoke anyway, is gonna kind of make it a bit harder. And it's definitely not gonna help a name be shorter, being Seagull. So I think we'll just go with Seagull Dusk. I don't know if Seagull Dusk is the most fitting name ever, but we'll have to roll with it. Sorry again, for any background noise that you hear, we got some snow, finally. And there are some plows out on the street right now. My paw is definitely lagging, but given her apprenticeship, that's not the strangest thing ever. Currently wondering if Jellyfish Wave was a good apprentice. And Pumpkin Paw and Shine Paw are both playing a prank together. Loki Mask is telling scary stories to the younger cats. That's definitely something a cat named Loki would be into doing. Aw, Mouse Kit thinks Conifer Kit doesn't like them. If I go into these relationships and Conifer Kit actually doesn't like Mouse Kit, I'm gonna be so sad for them. Okay, they're not even on the radar there. Conifer Kit, meanwhile, is eating bugs. It looks like she grew from just being fascinated by prophecies to also being confident with words, though. And Conifer Kit is totally neutral on Mouse Kit anyway. And Scaled Kit is getting frightened by Loki Mask's scary story. Aww. He is quiet, just fascinated by prophecies right now. And this is wild, but we are almost at 2 pages of cats. The clan has grown so much very quickly. So really sorry if there's a particular cat I'm not focusing on. I'm really just trying to stick with interesting cats with interesting statuses. Or recurring characters, you know? So, we'll go ahead and jump into our patrol, so. Snakefern gathers some burdock. Snakefern has been such a good medicine cat. I'm just very grateful that we found him. Oh, Songjay. Songjay was searching for some herbs, probably still exploring the territory, when they heard weird sounds and whispers on the wind. Unfortunately, it leads to the body of an unknown queen and their kits, going to StarClan. Songjay cancels the patrol and returns to camp to see who can help out with sending them to StarClan. Those poor kids. Curldawn is not able to find anything to take back to the medicine den either. Shinepaw has been having some trouble sleeping, and Hyacinth Petal, after listening to the dreams, sounds like it could be a vision. It's unusual, and not to say it could be fun for Shinepaw to deal with it, but it's definitely not a bad thing. Those connected to StarClan are rare. Gardenia's son takes Pumpkin Paw out for some hunting practice, and they have a good session. And so does Whimsy Shade. Our patrol is marking the border lines when a gang of rogues stalks out the beach grass to confront us. We're more about speaking and mediating than we are about fighting, but I don't think our patrol will back down here either. Hatchpelt does have a pass, but we are pretty early into the year, being 135 to 147. We actually haven't used any pass for this particular year yet, but Hatchpelt only gets one, but he's also getting old, because I don't want any more cats to get hurt or worse off of rogues. We're gonna proceed. Gore takes the lead, confronting them with confidence. Eventually you find that they've been struggling with prey and they're looking to seal richer territory. Tensions are eased when Gorsans tells them of a prey-rich forest outside of our territory. Sometimes it pays to be a bit more compassionate and a bit more mediating, I guess. Oh, I think this is a new one for me anyway. As the patrol walks through the sandy beaches of the territory, a low sound kicks up just at the edges of their hearing. Stinky Laurel comes to an abrupt stop and scrambles backward, hissing at the others to stop as well once they realize what's making it. There's a rattlesnake staring down a ground squirrel. I'm gonna proceed because I'm curious and I honestly don't know what the consequences are. The rattlesnake, It's probably pretty high, but I want to try anyway. Watching from a careful distance, the patrol observes the squirrel chittering at the snake, kicking up sand and wildly whipping its tail in the air. The snake backs up and hisses before turning and slithering away. K-Spec wastes no time in pouncing on the squirrel now that it's safe to approach, securing a meal for the clan. Alrighty, that squirrel was doomed from the start. We come across a small dog, but any attempt to drive it away only sends it into greater and greater fits of excitement, till the only thing to do is wait exasperatedly in a safe spot for it to calm down. Evening Mist spies the fat rabbit on the other side of the border. Tempting opportunity, but may not be wise. Again, it may not be wise, but I think we kind of have to proceed here just to try and maintain our passes, honestly. Snipsar pounces without hesitation, easily killing the rabbit before glancing up and coming face to face with Bogland Cat. We're promptly chased back over the border, and the other cat glares, hissing and spitting until we leave. Well, we could have ended up hurt. A World Apple finds an abandoned kit whose parents are nowhere to be found. We rush the kit back to camp where it's nursed to health and promised a place in the clan. Another scale kit has joined the clan, so we're gonna have to change this one's name. This scale kit is a young female with sunlit ice eyes and a rosette pelt. She is a daydreamer and oddly observant. With a look like this, I've already got a name in mind. We are gonna rename her to Lake Kit. Doesn't she just look icy and with the sunlit ice eyes? It's like the sun over water, so how could I not? Okay, so Snipstar has been following the progress of Whitepaw for moons and feels it's finally time for them to get their warrior name. They are granted the name White Stripe. Even though they are excited to finally be made an apprentice, it takes a bit of coaxing by Tiny Slash from Mousekit to step forward for their ceremony. Tiny Slash watches in pride as they're named Mousepaw and touch noses with Whimsy Shade. Conifer Paw touches noses excitedly with their new mentor, Tiny Slash, looking quite eager to start training. Don't know how I feel about that combo, but we'll reevaluate. Scalepaw touches noses with Hair Shadow and hopes that they'll hunt first to make sure the clan is fed. Rumors reach our clan that one of the cats we met, Claybat, has died recently. Dustapple was found dead near the Odd Clan border. No, Dustapple. Me and Elfern announced that they are expecting kits. They choose to continue duties as usual for now. That's exciting. Loki Mask has died from head damage. Aw. So Dustapple and Loki Mask have taken their places in StarClan. Their loss is mourned. Skysock is feeling much better. It seems they've recovered from heat stroke. But when they were helping reinforce camp walls, they got a thorn stuck in their paw. Lagoon Feather's claw wound is healed. No mention of Scar, so probably no new mutation there. Fleetleaf has gotten heat exhaustion. Whimsy Shade is free of fleas. Maple Dawn no longer has a running nose. Scratch Heart and Furby Shine have both gotten heat exhaustion. Comfrey Ash no longer has white cough. And our odd thing is that Dustapple's found near Odd Clan border. Tiny Slash received a present of Juniper from Bright Torrent and decides to keep it with them on their pelt. Scalepaw is seen talking calmly to Loner before both cats went their separate ways. Comfrey Ash and Song J broke up. Not surprising. There was no real basis for that pairing anyway, I guess. Snipstar is promising to take care of the clan with their lives. Brighthorn is wondering who will give them their 9. Still her with a broken bone. So Lionel Paw is expecting. It'll be with a cat from outside the clan, so we'll have to roll and see what mutations they've got when the time comes. Lionel is a normal cat, so we're hoping that the other cat at least has some mutations. Here's Tiny Slash with the Juniper. Very pretty. Gardenia's son, possibly fittingly for our clan, spent last night stressing over possible disasters that could befall us. There are quite a few left, Gardenia's son. I don't know what the last is gonna be yet. Whimsy Shade will never forget Dustapple. Aww. Whimsy Shade and World Apple are now the oldest of this lineage that's still alive. So we had Basil Nibble, Raincrest and Dustapple, Lee Crackle, who's living their best life as a kitty pet now, Pearl Sight and Shining Leaf, and now Whimsy Shade and World Apple. And that is it. World Apple is slipping out of camp to go visit Dust Apple's grave. And K-Spec is eavesdropping. That's kind of mean, K-Spec. So White Stripe grew to be adventurous and a great teacher. She, like many other cats, is wondering kitty pet life would really be so bad. I don't really hate White Stripe as a name for her, honestly. Like, it's a classic warrior name. She is white and she has stripes. It's right there, so I don't hate it for her. She was mentored by Whimsy Shade, who influenced her to be more likely to try to avoid violence. Whimsy Shade also helped her become better at teaching, and when she graduated, she was honored for her spirit, graduating late at 14 moons old. For a cat that had been through a lot of tragedy pretty early on, she did very well, really. Pumpkin Paw will be grown soon. Got startled by a squirrel. Here's Mousepaw, the first of our new apprentices. I still stand by, I think Mouse is just a good name for her. She grew to be insecure, but interested in clan history with Whimsy Shade as a mentor. Conifer Paw is playing a prank on K-Spec. She grew to be fierce, fascinated by prophecies, and confident with words. And then Scale Paw also is wondering about two legs in kitty pet life. He grew to be righteous and fascinated by prophecies. Of these two, I really wanted one to at least become a medicine cat. Fascinated by prophecies and confident with words would probably be better than just fascinated by prophecies. But I'm not sure about fierce, because you can fiercely want something, like to become a doctor, to help your patients, whatever. But in the terms of ClanGen, that's usually used by, like, fierce as in, I want to beat people up all the time, which isn't exactly great for a medicine cat. And righteous can be taking the letter of the law a bit too far sometimes in ClanGen. Yeah? River's reading me a riot act. So I'm not sure Scalepaw is the best fit for it either. But I think we need to have at least one new apprentice become medicine cat. Lake Kit is still a possibility, but if she grows to become bloodthirsty or something, then I'd regret not making one of them a medicine cat. As is, I think we are going to bet on Lake Kit and hope Lake Kit is going to be the best fit. Being a daydreamer and observant, that kind of fits with classic medicine cat vibes. And she doesn't want to grow up yet, now I feel bad projecting this onto her. And here's Mitch Strachey Lightning finally looking like an elder. Weirdly enough, I feel like this fits her vibes better than her adult look did. Maybe just me. But she did become loyal and a great climber in her old age, so no crazy elder traits there. Cartenia's son once again takes Pumpkin Paw out to observe the octopus, but Pumpkin Paw is too focused on watching it excitedly. Whimsy Shade takes Mousepaw out on a patrol, but it turns out not to be what Mousepaw is expecting because she starts arguing with Whimsy Shade about doing it. With a sigh, she holds back her temper and instead sits down to explain her reasoning to the young cat. She can see why Mousepaw thinks differently, but practicing this way will help Mousepaw build muscle better than taking the cheap way out. Mousepaw also sighs, apologizing for the outburst. Hair Shadow thinks this could be a good time to practice teamwork with Scalepaw. They both have a nice practice session with coordination growing stronger. Tiny Slash takes Conifer Paw out hunting. It's a nice practice session with Conifer Paw soaking up all Tiny Slash's best tips and tricks. Hyacinth Paw takes Shine Paw out hunting. No matter how patiently Hyacinth Petal tries to teach Shine Paw to firmly but gently gather and shred moss, they don't seem to be paying attention. Frustrated with them, Hyacinth Petal decides to have a talk with the leader upon returning to camp. Snankefern can't quite make out if something is ragwort or not and decides against harvesting it. Songjay gathers dandelion. Curldon gathers mallow. Our patrol tracks the scent of a large dog wandering along the edge of our territory. We are led by Stinky Laurel. He does have some traits, and I think we're gonna pass. It's just not worth it, especially if it hasn't crossed the border. Exactly. White Stripe sees a fat rabbit on the other side of the border. Learning nothing, we're gonna proceed here too. White Stripe leads for the rabbit, making a swift kill just before Fringe Clan Patrol comes into view. They bristled to trespass and the fight scenes brewing. Thankfully, Skysock smooths things over with the other patrol, gifting them the rabbit, and they part ways without damaging the relationship in the clans. Best case scenario there too. There are dark clouds on the horizon. We're not proceeding. Using a lot of passes this moon, but rather safe than sorry. As we're checking the border lines, we hear the traipse of paw steps through our territory. We follow the sound, intent on finding the intruder. We come across the kitty pet sniffing around. When they notice us, however, turns tail and makes a hasty getaway. We've met Tipsy. Let's check out Tipsy. So here's Tipsy. He's a young adult male. He is bloodthirsty and a good teacher, so I'm not really unhappy that we didn't end up keeping him. Our last patrol, however, sees a dog chasing a cat. We jump swiftly into action, capturing the dog's attention, drawing it away. Websum goes over to the cat while the dog is led away. The cat's unharmed and wants to join the clan. Lilac Pelt has joined. Let's see Lilac Pelt. So Lilac Pelt is responsible with natural intuition. She's a senior adult female at 98 moons with heather blue eyes and a silver rosette pelt. If any cat's named Lilac Pelt, for some reason she seems pretty striking for it, so we'll keep her name as is. Let's see if she comes with anything. She comes with multiple traits. I'm blown away. These digital dice like me a lot more. She's coming with a total of 4 traits. Alrighty, she comes with a bit of a different selection. Not really. Like, even when I'm rolling for traits, I'm rolling pretty high. So if you're noticing like a lot of seal noses and glider bodies, that's like the highest possible number I can roll for the actual trait itself. So even there, my luck is kind of holding. So she came with a seal nose. Luck did run out a bit with the deaf ears, so that's an always negative trait, unfortunately. But she has flat teeth and a glider body as well. So, not too bad. I'm definitely not going to complain about this outcome. Alrighty, Snipsar calls the clan to a meeting and declares Pumpkin Paw to be a warrior. Now called Pumpkin Heart, they are celebrated for their hard work. Hyacinth Petal sits in the crowd, chest puffed out in pride, as they watch Shine Paw be named Shine Bud and honored for their wit. They consider themselves lucky to have been able to train this amazing young cat. Skysock has announced that they're expecting kits. Yay! Skysock is finally having kits. And immediately decides to move into the nursery in preparation. Lionel Fern thinks that they'll have a large litter and doesn't think she can efficiently perform duties while expecting, and also moves into the nursery. So I can also see both of the queens just wanting to go into the nursery at the same time to keep each other company too. Jirachi Lightning wasn't looking where they were going and tripped over a small trunk, spraining their paw. Skysock's cut is healed up nicely. Dang, so no mutation. Leaf recovered from heat exhaustion. Maple Dawn has recovered their joint pain and is happy to be moving around pain-free. Ruby Shine's heat exhaustion is gone. And some of our catmint has gone bad and will need to be replaced. Hatchpelt was seen touching noses with a rogue, Scandalous. Well, Hatchpelt spent all of their youth outside of the clan. It would be a bit weirder if they didn't have friends outside. Snipsar wants to speak to Lionel Fern about something. Probably about kits, honestly. Maple Dawn is feeling motivated. That's good, because you're our only mediator right now. Comfrey Ash is reflecting on how different life is now. I can only imagine how jarring it would be to go from like a softer life to one surrounded by mutated cats. Once again, this moon we're having a lot of two-leg interactions, so two legs may just well be encroaching on the camp a bit. White Stripe, one of our newest warriors, wants to be chosen as deputy. Got a little ways to go. So here's Pumpkin Heart. Very Halloween cat, really, but very pretty one at that. Sparring with clanmates. Grumpy, unnatural senses. Mentored by Gardenia's son, who influenced them to be more likely to be friendly towards others, try to avoid violence, heed their inner compass, and have a positive outlook. All of that brightness, and then she turns out grumpy. Guardian Sun did help them become better at noticing small details. They were honored for their hard work when they graduated 12 moons old. Then we have Shine Bud, who's thinking about a strange two-legged object they saw recently. Responsible, a good hunter with natural intuition as well. Natural intuition about hunting is definitely not a bad thing for a clan, too. Hyacinth Petal influenced them to be more likely to be cold towards others, break rules that don't suit them, and think things through. When they graduated, they were honored for wit at 12 moons old. I do think I'm going to change Shine Bud to something different. It's not a bad name, but I don't know if it's really fitting. Shine Stalk. I think that's not a bad one. It's also possibly fitting in with the plant theme too, like in honor of Mentor and Bud and whatnot. But the stalk, like stalk of a plant, but it could also be stalk like stalking through things. And I think that's also really fitting because of dark pelt, but also good hunter. Okay, I was randomizing things to see if there's any better pumpkin possibilities for Pumpkin Heart here. I think Pumpkin Seed is just really cute too. And for a cat that's grumpy, I don't know if Heart is the best suffix, which is why I was looking to change it at all. Pumpkin Seed, I think, is a bit more reminding of being dour than Heart is, so I think that's a bit more fitting. Jirachi Lightning, our elder, is craving the taste of bird. She's injured with a sprain after tripping over something too, so hopefully somebody's bringing her a bird. And Lake Kit wants to be big someday now. Hopefully soon, Lake Kit. Snakefern is looking for her herbs when they are startled by weird sounds and whispers on the wind. We know what this means. Oh my goodness. The sounds die away and then start up again in strange, unpredictable intervals. Investigating, Snakefern suddenly finds himself nose to nose with the planting, bleeding queen, desperately trying to keep their litter quiet. Dusty Cuddles has joined the clan. That's a fun name. As has Curlew Kit, Shimmer Kit, Milk Kit, Bluff Kit, and Sky Kit. Oh boy, if we were asking for cats, we definitely got cats. Let's see. So here's Dusty Cuddle. She is a very young cat, formerly a loner. A young adult female with a rosette pelt, kind of like roanish and like a gray, brown, purple, with yellow eyes. She's childish with helpful insight and a good swimmer. Used to be a loner, but joined a clan after something terrible made them leave their old home behind. Okay. Oh no. So little Curlew Kit here was born without a tail. Newborn female with yellow eyes and a black rosette pelt. Daydreamer. Shimmer Kit, a newborn male with yellow eyes and a ticked brown pelt. Noisy. Milk Kit, a newborn male with yellow eyes and a speckled brown pelt. Attention seeker. Bluff Kit, who could be Milk Kit's twin, just flipped over really. A newborn male with yellow eyes and a rosette pelt instead. Impulsive. Then Sky Kit, newborn female with yellow eyes, a speckled, lighter red-brown pelt, nervous. I'm not sure how fitting any of these names are, so I may switch some around except for Bluff Kit probably. And we'll also roll to see what traits, if any of these cats come in with. So I'll roll for Dusty Cuddles first, and then Dusty Cuddles' partner, and we'll base those two off the kits, because with a mother and that many kids, I'm not rolling everybody individually. That would be awful to try and keep track of relatedness. So we'll see what we get. Dusty Cuddles comes with multiple traits, guys. Are you kidding me? Her partner does too. I'm not lying. I don't know how to make people believe me that I just got 2 6s in a row. Like, I'm never had this good of luck, and I genuinely feel like it's been going on so long people are gonna think I'm just lying. And it's getting to the point where I think I need to like have a cat that's normal just to line up with the odds, but I'm not trying to, like, jeopardize the run just because I think it should be that way, you know? So they both come with multiple traits. Dusty Cuddles has a total of 3, while their partner has 2. So that at least makes it a bit more even. And we'll roll those. I would have been happy if they both just had 1. Not even gonna lie. Okay, everybody, this is what Dusty Cuddles has. She has close ears, a thick ruff, and tiny paws. Her partner has tattered ears, meaning all the kits are gonna have something on their ears, and cute eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead, roll for all the kits and rename them accordingly, and we'll see what happens. Are you serious? Warbler kit rolled a 10, which means that they get a random mutation on top of anything they get for their tail, top of anything they get from their parents. So just for full transparency, I'm just using Google random number generator for these right now. I don't know if there's a thing with Google that makes it more likely to roll high, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just what it is. Okay, well, I guess I shouldn't have bragged about my good luck too much because I genuinely just rolled the 1 for the mutation, so it is a -1. Okay, so Curlew kit is now Warbler kit, which I think is just adorable. She has closed ears, cute eyes. Her random mutation was toothless teeth, so not always good. Thick ruff, and then for having no tail at all, she has a scaly tail. So overall, definitely not bad. Okay, Shimmer kit is now Dancing kit. He has closed ears, thick ruff body, and tiny paws. No random mutation. Milk kit is now Log kit. He has closed ears, cute eyes, and that is all. No random mutations, and we rolled kind of poor on keeping the other traits. Fluff kit is keeping his name. He has closed ears, cute eyes, and a thick ruff. Okay, so Sky kit is now Briar kit. Tattered ears, thick ruff, and tiny paws. No extra mutations. So not too bad. We are very happy to have these kits in the clan, and we are now on to 3 pages of cats again. Curldom gathers some thyme. Songjay gathers some raspberry. Whimsy Shade takes Mousepaw out but doesn't teach her anything. Mousepaw is disappointed. Meershadow takes Scalepaw out for a practice session, and both of them soak up the best tips and tricks of each other. Tiny Slash notices that Conifer Paw is not acting like themselves and gently pulls them aside to ask what's wrong. Tiny Slash gets them to say that they are feeling like they're a failure and not doing good enough. Tiny Slash reassures Conifer Paw that they are more than failures, and while failure hurts, it comes with it a chance to learn. Just try not to make the same mistake twice. As our patrol is checking the lines, we hear an odd clan scent. We notice an odd clan scent to straight into the territory. This is a bit suspicious. Fleetleaf can't contain their annoyance at the trespass, and when our patrol finds a lost apprentice to be the source of the scent, Fleetleaf reprimands him heavily. The apprentice is nearly in tears when they are finally let go. These bloodthirsty cats just ruining all our relationships with the clans. World Apple follows some paw prints, a trespassing rogue, and confronts them. Intimidated, they leave our territory without a fight. Lilac Pelt tracks the scent of a large dog wandering along the edge of the clan's territory. We're not going to follow it. We've got so many mutations right now. We're just not bothering with that. Same with this. We meet BogClan at the border. We have a nice small talk about the weather. Evening Mist finds an abandoned kit whose parents are nowhere to be found. They rush back to camp but grow weak and unfortunately pass a few days later. Alrighty, I was hoping to get a bit further this episode, but I've been recording for an hour now. Just with all those kits coming in, it ate up a lot of my time for rolling. So, I hope you all are enjoying this. I still genuinely cannot believe what our luck is right now. I've got no words, but I will not complain regardless. So, we'll get to see some other new kits next time as well from within the clan. I hope to see you all there. Don't forget to check out the description for our socials, like, subscribe, do all the normal things if you've made it this far into the series already. So, until then, stay safe and happy, and bye!